minutes live if my software is working as expected. So far hasn't failed. Again, hope everyone is doing good. So if you don't know me, my name is Howie Simeon. I help people get permanent tennis elbow relief. I've been doing this for about 4 years, but we actually operate in a different way than you'd expect. So before we get started, if you're really serious about getting relief, go to TennisElbow.com, TennisElbow.com. All right, so clients come to me because they've tried everything under the sun to remove their tennis elbow pain. It's only resulted mostly in partial relief if they're lucky. But usually the pain comes back, and that's just absolutely frustrating. My clients, they tell me it makes them feel stuck and hopeless, just like you've done everything you can, and there's just no relief in sight. Especially if you're in a tennis elbow group, I'm in several, you're going to be confused and led to try things that simply don't work long term. A lot of people get excited because they see something work for them that first 2 weeks, and then they realize it's just a temporary relief. So the worst of all, people say they feel alone in their journey. So that's just what I've talked to, like when I've done video calls with people. It just feels alone because you're just right back to where you started. If that sounds familiar, I get it. I've been there. So here's what I tell tennis elbow sufferers who've had a long and difficult journey. There's something that always works, and this always to focus on getting personal support in your tennis elbow journey, no matter if that's with a doctor or physical therapist. But if you don't, you could be making things worse. So it's not just about the upstream release method, stretches, and exercise, which we teach. It's about knowing what's too much or too little, and you really need life support for that. And by the way, if you're really serious about getting tennis elbow relief, go to TennisElbow.com, and we guide people through life support by me and Dr. Jen Diamond Hardesty. If you don't like what we have, we'll just refund your money. You have a 120-day guarantee. So let me get back to the story. So let me tell you a story of Michael. He's a client. He had tennis and golfer's elbow for over 10 years. Ouch. He's a painter. So not everybody has tennis elbow plays tennis, obviously. You can see that, but he's a painter, and he needs to use his arms, wrists, elbows, everything to make his livelihood. He tried every type of program, braces, and frankly, gimmicks, as I call them. Just all these little tools and therapies that claim to just get rid of all your tennis elbow. He followed every bit of advice that's been given to him. For both his types of tennis and golfer's elbow. It only got slightly better, but over time it'd revert back to full pain. So he used braces at work, but after a while, he tightened them so much his circulation started getting cut off. Basically, you can cut off the circulation in your upper forearm if you tighten it too much over the area of the tennis elbow. So when he came to our program, he was already skeptical. He wanted to throw in the towel, but he gave it one more chance. He dug deeper. I dug deeper and found out he's never gotten the life support he needed in the past while he was doing his exercises and release methods. Even with his physical therapist, after he went home, there was no one to help him with his immediate questions if he felt like a twinge of pain or if he wasn't able to continue. So here's Michael's problems. He required more rest in between sets than average person. He also needed more rest between days. He had a very severe condition on both sides, the elbow. So he had it on the, if you can see this, he had it on the golfer and the tennis elbow side. So that's just a double whammy. So, a lot of his motion are brush strokes, and that can irritate both sides. And it did for him. So it did take a while in Michael's case, but after a few months, we were able to get basically his life back. He was no longer grimacing while he's doing his brush stroke. He's also able to sleep through the night finally, which meant more sleep meant just better overall health. Just basically his energy came back because he's able to sleep more. That's something we really hear a lot about is lack of sleep. So the main thing is to always look at some type of support where let's say you're doing some kind of activity, or you're doing some kind of exercise, and it just doesn't feel right, or it might even be painful just for your specific case, maybe for not other people. So you want live support for the treatment of your tennis elbow. It's also affordable. And one thing that's always really helpful is to notice if your pain requires more intervention. Everybody's different. Some people just follow what they're told to do and they turn out fine. But there's a small number of people where it just tweaks things and makes things much worse. So by the way, if you want a deeper dive on what we call the upstream release method with live support from myself and Dr. Jen Diamond Hardesty, go to TennisElbow.com. So thank you all for watching. Let me see how many people are live. We got 3 people live. So, I do have a question here. So let me try to post it here. So the question from Gamma. Oh, it did work. Okay, cool. So she says, I've got tennis elbow in both my elbows. So she's got tennis and golfer's elbow. She's had the cortisone injections, I'm assuming, but it doesn't work. And now she's under physio. I think you're asking, does it ever go away? Yes, it does. So physical therapy is the right thing to do. As you know, if you're in the United States, you're going to have limited number of physical therapy visits. And I don't know how cool your physical therapist is, but if you're doing some of their exercises and you basically doesn't feel right, you're going to probably have to wait a week after, or you might be on your last visit. So that's something that it has been a disadvantage. We highly encourage people to seek their doctor or physical therapy assistance. We're not going to ever recommend that you don't. So it's just the tough part is the live support, and it does go away. That's a question we get a lot. It's kind of a question like, how long am I going to continue to suffer? So, that's something that we've worked with many times. And with our program, we also have both tennis and golfer's elbow combined. So that's something to consider. But yeah, again, thank you for the question. So last time I did a live call, I missed a few questions because there was a delay. But yeah, absolutely, you're very welcome. So let me see. I don't have anything else right now. But also, again, feel free to message me if you like, or just message wherever, like leave comment, however you like, and can answer more of your questions. So I think that's all I have for now. So appreciate everyone's time. And again, just comment below. I mean, just because I'm done with the live stream doesn't mean I won't be able to answer your questions. Just comment below and I'll get to, I'll try to help in any way possible. Okay. Thank you, everybody.